following it for about an hour, it leads you back to the. You recognize the area, and you think that you found the tracks of the other moose that you guys hadn't killed. So you could continue following those tracks if you'd like, or let somebody else give it a shot.
Bueller? Bueller?
Doesn't matter.
Okay.
What?
Dripper searches for tracks, finds a couple of sets, and after a little while, looking down, you guys realize that he's found tracks of one of the logging teams. Apparently, one of the guys on the logging team was kind of heavy, and he's confused the moose tracks for this heavy guy's tracks.
I keep cutting down trees. Small
all right.
ones.
So, over the course of this time, so cutting down a tree isn't a thing that just happens, right?
No.
You don't have a chainsaw.
No,
So even
no.
a small one's going to take like 15 minutes or so.
Yeah, I figured that.
Are you carrying all of your wood with you,
Nope.
Sil?
It's
Just leaving it behind?
2 small bundles.
2 small bundles? Okay.
Yes, I am being a wasteful logger because I figure we can come back and get the fallen trees.
Okay. So you cut down 3 or 4 trees over the course of the day. Tia, give me a survival check, please.
Yes!
Nice.
Well done.
Finally.
Okay.
Brava.
All right.
Oh, I will say,
So you.
Phil, if we've got our own shack at home, I would, next time we go home, I would drop off a bundle. I wouldn't carry more than one.
Right. So you can have left a bundle at Mimsy's place, and she'll keep it safe for you, but you don't have a shack yet. You're working towards that potentially. All right. As you guys are traveling, that is cool. You see. Why couldn't I find it? I have a. Oh. Roll me a perception check first, please, Heels. Out of the corner of your eye, Heels, you see a strange little 6-inch tall, sort of spindly blue creature, and it is as you're chopping down a tree, it's standing over next to another tree, and it is mirroring your actions, sort of. And it's got a little stick in its hand, and it's hitting this tree. And then after 2 or 3 hits, it sort of looks over and watches what you're doing, and then it goes back to its tree and hits it a couple times, and it looks up at where it's hitting, and it looks over at what you're doing. And it over the course of your cutting down the tree, it sort of skitters over a little closer and closer, and it looks like it's absolutely fascinated by what you're doing.
I whisper, "Psst, hey guys, I got a pet," and I just keep doing what I'm doing, but I call it.
And with Heels pointing it out to you, you can see it now. It fades really well into the background. It looks almost like it's made of snow and ice, but it's this tiny little action figure sized creature that's sort of scampering around.
I just think it's adorable.
As you guys are you're following a set of moose tracks that you think is fairly promising, that Tia has found. When all right, please make sure that you're all healed up. Looks like you are.
Mm-hmm.
When in the distance you see. I'm gonna get rid of that for now. Then.
You know, it's a great thing when the DM says, "Make sure you're all healed up."
In the near distance, because you guys can't see all that far, you see a large sort of lumbering shape, and it is sort of clawing at a tree. Looks like there's something up in the tree, and this is a large bear.
Ooh.
Bear. What color is the bear?
Brown.
It's brown. Yeah.
Cool. Oh, Dripper, you missed. I have a new friend. He's a little follower, a little action figure sized mimic of me.
Is he still hanging around, or is he? He was just around for a little bit and he's disappeared for a bit.
As you guys have sort of continued on your way, you notice this thing is sort of scampering along besides the party, and you'd think that you would leave it behind, because your legs are enormous tree trunks in comparison to its. It doesn't seem to have any trouble keeping up with you, and you're losing sight of it on a regular basis. But whenever you spot it, it seems to have adopted the same kind of posture as Heels. Right, so it's got a little twig over its shoulder, like Heels is carrying the axe. Whenever you guys take a break and Heels puts sort of the axe down and leans on it, the creature is sort of mimicking Heels' behavior. Still sort of staying not super close to the party, but sort of imitating.
Is its name Hairlock? Anybody get that reference?
No.
No? Oh, okay. Maltazan Book of the Fallen. It's a
Okay.
Stephen Erickson book. There was a wizard who was dying, and his wizard buddy did this ritual, and it transferred his soul and his mind into a puppet, into like a little puppet.
Oh, okay.
It was one of, yeah. It was really cool. Anyways.
Yeah.
Brown bear.
Brown bear. As you guys approach, it stops sort of scrabbling at the tree and starts sort of coming towards you guys.
I look up and see what the bear was looking for before, because it's going to come after me. I know that, but I want to know what else is going to come.
It's pretty far away. It's pretty dark. When you get a little closer, you can probably have a look. It's in this. It was scrabbling at this tree over here.
Okay.
So this thing is starting to shuffle towards you guys.
You want a niche?
Do we?
What are you guys doing?
Do we want bear fur?
Okay. So as it's coming towards you, you're gonna. All right. So yeah, give me 2 seconds here. I need to clear it. All right. Give me some inish. And.
And I am going to stand directly behind someone this time.
Okay.
So I see this bear. I'm like, I think there's a bear ahead of me, and Heels like shoots.
Yeah. Fire flies across.
Over my
Who do I need?
Great.
It's
I'm
so
between
low
you and the barrier attack.
Oh, Richard, I love you.
We need.
You last have some of my mother's
We need the bear.
hit first, ask
Bear?
questions later in you.
We are hunting. It is food. It is a giant pelt. We are in survival mode. This applies.
All right.
That is my justification for attacking this bear.
1 damage with a dex save. does not make the save. As it's sort of ambling towards you guys, you unleash a flame that sort of ripples across the creature, dealing some damage, and it is enraged and charges towards you. All right. So it charges forward and ends up challenging Tia. Because Tia is the closest creature, it is going to make 2 attacks. First attack is going to hit. So it comes forward and goes, ah, and bites down on Tia. You suffer
Phil practices his bear noises because that actually sounded
8
really
points of piercing damage as it bites you. Roar! And then it swings out a claw. Did you do attack? That's also going to hit. Yikes. I think I just put Trish on the ground. 9 points of damage. And Tia is unconscious as the bear sort of bites you and then just bats you to the side. Your body sort of falls at the edge of the of this strange little path in the woods. And it is now Heel's turn.
Steve, I'm coming over. I know what
Tia
you're saying
is-
for dinner. Okay, so I am gonna. Tia's on the ground.
Tia is unconscious, yes.
I am gonna step here and cast Cure Wounds.
Okay.
At level 1.
All right, Tia, you have 6 health points. You are lying on the ground, being bitten and smashed by a bear sucks. You're sore. Heals, you have moved. Do you want to move anywhere else?
I'm good for right now.
Okay. Tia, half of your movement stands you back up.
Yep. And then I'm gonna just pop just slightly this way so that someone could come in if they wanted to.
Okay.
And I'm going to smack this thing because I'm not impressed.
All right. You smash the side of this thing with your staff.
Yeah.
This is a bear. It's muscle, covered with fur, covered with fat. But somehow with your staff, you manage to hit hard enough that it sort of shifts to the side and grunts. It's a solid hit.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna step on its foot.
Okay. You attempt to slam to slam your foot down on one of the bear's paws, and it sort of lifts the paw out of the way just at the last second. That was... do you want to move any more?
I stood up.
Okay.
Right? So I don't have the movement.
You have 5 more feet.
Uh,
All right,
okay.
Syl, your turn.
I approach the bear. And I will swing my warhammer at it.
All right. You walk forward towards the bear, swing your warhammer at the side of it. You land just on its shoulder. Boom! Really solid hit. You feel the shock come back through your warhammer. This thing is beefy. And starting to look a little wounded as you land that hit. Anything else you want to do?
I don't think I have anything else I can do at the moment.
All right. Dripper. All right. Dripper is going to come over here and stab at the bear. I have Dripper's sheet open here. He will have advantage because he has flanking with Tia. Oh, you're back.
Yeah, I'm back. My apologies. My one dog was fighting with the big dog, thinking he was about 65 pounds heavier than what he actually is.
All right, I'd moved you over
I'm
to
moving
get flanking.
there to get flanking.
Yep.
I activate the special on my Dagger of Venom.
Does that take an action?
It's a bonus action.
Okay.
Oh, action. It's a whole action.
Yep.
No, I don't want to do that right now.
That's like there's a big fight coming.
Yeah, I guess, eh? Okay, all right,
Yep.
whatever. I'll stab it with advantage.
Okay.
I'll stab at its bum. I don't want to damage the meat.
Nice.
Another really solid hit as you sneak around behind it, slash across the backside, severing one of the tendons. It is almost dead.
For my bonus action,
Yeah.
put my hood up.
Yeah. Flip your head up. The air around you sort of blurs a little bit. Ocarist, your turn.
From me to you, further is better. Ideas have more weight than you credit.
All right. Dex save. And I
Nice.
believe that it's got a 0, so that's just a straight D20.
Yes.
So you guys all surround this thing, start piling on, and it's sort of reeling back. It's looking really rough, and you hear from the background poetry, and this large rock just sort of comes flying over top of you guys and caves the bear's head in. You have killed a brown bear. That's 40 experience each.
40 exp. Nicely done, poet. Ooh.
We do this a couple more encounters and we'll hit level 2.
Mm-hmm.
Killing wildlife. I feel like I'm playing World of Warcraft.
I was thinking
Yeah.
that's what I said in the Twitch channel. It feels like we're in Hammerfell in the starting zone, killing all the wolves.
Yep.
40 exp.
Yep.
200.
Which 200. Nice.
I am simply proof that the pen is in fact mightier than the sword.
Just not a rock.
No, rocks are mightier than swords and pens.
Oh, perfect.
Did I really only have 1 hit point left? No. eh?
You had from yesterday?
It must have been from last time. I just didn't.
Yeah. Yep. All right.
Nice.
So Tia is still pretty hurt. What are you at? 6 out of 11. Okay. All right. As you finish dealing with this brown bear, Tia, you're pretty sure you can continue tracking this set of tracks.
Do we have to take some time to? Are we gonna try and skin and cut the meat out of this brown bear, or what's the plan?
Your call. This thing is probably about as heavy as a moose.
I don't know if
Bears
we
are
can
big.
drag it back.
I
on our
think
own.
if we bury it like we did with the moose, and then get the logging team back in here to pull it out.
This is some sort of path, right? So we just got to figure out where this path is.
Exactly.
Little
Okay.
off the road. Bury it in the snow.
Yep. All right. So last time Syl did this, do we want to let Syl do it again? Okay, with
He did a
advantage, please,
perfect
Syl.
job.
Strength or athletics?
This is a survival,
Oh, survival. Okay.
because between you guys, moving it is not a problem. Wow, that's pretty good. All right, so you find a place where the snow is a little higher, and pile it up over top of this creature, and you think you've done a fairly good job of hiding the bear, so you can come back for it later.
I again do my rope hemp thing,
Okay.
just in the direction a couple trees back, and then keep going
Yeah.
back. Yeah.
just to sort of make it easier to find.
Yeah. We've
As
been advised
you-
to gut it first, so it doesn't rot. What do you guys think? Should we gut it?
Yeah, but the gut,
Strange.
we gotta gut it and bury the gut separately, because if we leave them out, it's going to attract other.
Exactly. I think if we leave it
Yeah.
whole and take a chance, at least we still get the hide. And somebody who's got skills, they can do that.
Yeah. You probably want to gut it if you're going to be leaving it for an extended period of time, but the last one you guys just left for not even a day.
We are headed back early to the
That is true.
All right.
town today.
Although I
Yes.
appreciate the wilderness knowledge. Thank you for educating us.
Yes.
All right. So, what would you like for a roll on gutting it? Or is that
Oh,
23
so
going to cut it?
you are going to gut it? Okay. That would just
We
be
were
another
not.
survival.
No.
No, we weren't.
No.
We were gonna leave it.
Oh, okay. I misread this scene. Belay that then.
So as you guys continue on, you find that the tracks lead to the side of a river that's sort of iced over, and you sort of follow the river, sort of 2 or 3 minutes upstream and 2 or 3 minutes downstream, and don't find more tracks. Almost like whatever it was you were tracing intentionally stopped leaving tracks, like used the river to its advantage. So you're not sure which direction it has gone, upstream or downstream in this river, but
I
something
say
about
let's
that, right?
clear
Like,
cut this whole area, leave the wood, and see what we get.
all right.
Who's got
So-
the most strength? Because you'll get through it faster than I.
Heels holds out her axe, trying to convince one of you guys.
I take it.
Yep. All right. And how long are you guys going to spend cutting down trees in this area?
Hour and a half.
Let's say 2.
Okay. 2 hours?
But somebody's
So
got
two,
to start a fire and put on some tea for me.
I can do
All right.
that.
So first thing you fell is sort of a smaller tree. Turn that into a fire. Make a little bit of a snack. Over the course of 2 hours, you managed to fell 2 sizable trees. And
Ooh.
let's see what else happens.
I'm
Athletics
also
for the
looking
exertion.
For my little blue mimic.
So what are you doing while the tree's being cut down?
Making a fire, making some tea.
Around.
Okay. As you guys are as you're making the fire and setting up the tea, you notice over in the shade of one of the trees over by the party, the little creature that's been following you around has made a little pile of twigs and has another twig that it's holding over top, and it's sort of looking over to see if it's doing it right.
I invite the little guy over to join us. I'm like, it's safe. You can come and help.
As you directly address the creature, it sort of starts, ducks around behind the tree, and then it looks over. And you can see it considering for a little while. And I'd like you to please roll a D8.
All of us, or just one of us?
Just heals, because it fixated on her.
Him.
Him.
Yeah. As the creature fixes its attention on you, you feel this wash of energy flow over you, and you get the feeling of sort of interest and gratitude from the creature, and you are now the beneficiary of the charm of Traveler's Haven. So you find sort of a small leaf tied around a twig in your pocket. It feels magical. Using this charm, you can cast Liam's tiny hut 3 times. Once you have cast Liam's tiny hut 3 times, the charm will crumble into dust, and it does not recharge.
Dig it.
This is the cutest thing I've ever got, guys. Look at the little charm. Our little friend gave it to me.
Yep. So write that on your sheet. And after he finishes sort of giving you the charm, he sort of walks back around behind the tree, and you wait for a few minutes, and he doesn't come back around. And if you go over to check, there's no footprints. It's like there was never a creature around at all.
I just nod my head up to the energy, and I'm like,
as you chop down the trees, you have some tea. There is a strange sort of moaning sound on the wind. And let's get rid of the bear. You guys have a... there should be a stream, but I'm not going to switch maps. I'm just going to give you a fire. So, off to the side, a little bit away from the water, you guys have gathered around a fire. Syl, you're taking a breather after you've cut down 2 fairly large trees. When the sounds of the forest sort of hush and quiet, this time
Oh, he froze.
oh, is Phil rage quitting? Nope.
Yeah, you froze.
He froze.
It's a very thoughtful look on his face, though, eh?
It is.
Yes.
You know, he's like, yeah.
There we go. We caught up.
There we go.
He didn't
There, I
rage
think you're
quit.
back.
my back.
Yeah, you're
Yep.
back.
All right. Okay, let's switch layers. You hear the wind begins to blow, becomes piercing and cold even through your cold weather gear. And as you guys are sitting around, you begin to hear this sort of otherworldly kind of moan echoing through the woods. What would you like to do?
Can I expend another use of divine sense?
Yes, you can. As you open your senses, you sense a very strong undead presence coming from this direction.
I will point it out to the party very quietly, but very directly. Make a hand gesture.
Okay. And give me some initiative rolls, please. And let's just make sure while you guys are doing that.
Finally,
this
I
is
get
gonna
a
be
decent
interesting.
roll for a healer at the end of the fight. Boo-boo-ba-doo-doo.
I'm gonna pop that out and throw it over here, actually. That is so handy. Like, I don't need another web page because it's got stat sheets and everything. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. Drifting towards you through the woods, you see it looks like an elf.
Question.
Yep.
We have been here for 2 hours. We've made a fire, we've had some tea. Would I have had a short rest in this time period before we get attacked?
Sure.
Okay, I'm gonna roll a hit die.
Yep. +2.
Yes!
So I'm full health.
There's a strange sort of elven-looking figure that drifts towards you guys. You can see that it's holding a bow, and it's floating about a foot and a half off the ground wearing these sort of robes that are blowing in a wind that doesn't seem to exist, and with a moan as she sort of drifts into your vision, her head sort of snaps towards you guys, and we'll give Syl a bonus round because he detected it using his ability. So, Syl, is there anything you'd like to do as it sort of drifts towards you?
I don't have much in the way of ranged,
Okay.
so I'd have to approach it.
All right. So you know that it's coming from this general direction.
I'm not about to run into the woods alone without any backup. So,
Do you want to take a few steps that way? Are you going to brace? What are you doing?
I'll take a couple steps and ready my warhammer in case something comes out of the bush.
Okay. All right. Dripper, you see the general direction that Syl is headed?
Okay, all right. I want to try and slip into the shadows as well as I can.
All right.
And,
roll me a stealth check. Are you using your action to hide?
Yeah.
Okay. Beautiful.
I can
So
hide
you
from
guys-
my mother.
You guys see Dripper sort of slip into the shadow of a tree, and you have no idea where he is anymore. He's probably somewhere around that tree, but he is very well hidden.
Okay, like here. Does that give us any more vision on that?
Do you see it on your screen?
Nope.
Then no. All right,
Dynamic
Okrist.
to be working here.
Yeah. It's a cool toy. All right, Okrist, your turn.
So it's like a black wall in front of me.
Where?
Like I don't see. Like my vision doesn't like come out here.
It is darkest night, so
Right.
there are some stars in the sky, but like you've heard, it has been night here for like 3 years. So the only time there's ever light is moonlight, and that is it's been fairly temperate for sort of freezing winter. You guys haven't had any kind of serious storms. There was one that blew in while you guys were sleeping at Mimsy's place. If you guys had stayed out, you would have dealt with your first sort of insane blizzard, but you managed to avoid it. So yeah, that's as far as you can see on the map. That's the limit of your vision. All right, I think. So, Syl, the feeling that you have is still in that general direction. Doesn't seem to have come any closer since you detected it. It is your turn. What would you like to do?
We skipped my turn.
Oh, sorry, Okrist. I got confused. What would you like to do?
I'm just going to call out. I'm going to hold an action and call out and be like, "Hello? Who
Okay.
goes?"
And what action?
Go.
What action are you holding, and what's the trigger?
I'm gonna. Can I hold a catapult until I see something?
Yep.
I'm gonna hold a catapult until I see something.
All right. So you prepare the catapult spell. Syl.
It's a tough call. I don't want to get too spread out, so I'm going to take a couple steps towards Dripper.
Okay.
Again, ready the warhammer. If something approaches in range, I'm going to swing at it.
All right. From the darkness comes a flicker of motion, almost too fast for the eye to track, and something pings off of one of the pieces of armor on your body, and you swear for a few seconds you saw fletching, but as you look around, there's nothing. Looks like whatever it was that struck you vanished.
Interesting.
Someone's going to have to bring a torch or something from the fire, I think.
Or sort of keep going in that general direction. And it is going to... You see, you detect a little bit of movement right at the edges of where you can see. Sil. And
Okay.
Tia, your turn.
Well,
And in general, Tia is carrying torches because she
I'm
has
normally carrying a torch, yeah.
Yeah.
So this is
I'll
weird.
bring
This
my
is
torch.
weird. On the stream,
Yep.
there's a lot more visible than what there is on mine.
It's because I have more night vision than you.
Oh, okay. Hey, dynamic lighting is very neat. All right.
It's so cool. All right,
I like this.
Tia,
We're not running another one of these without one of us buying the module.
Yeah. Well, especially if we're running a module.
I don't mind buying them once a year, once every 2 years.
Yeah, if it takes us 2 years to get through it, and then we have a choice because they'll have published 2 or 3 in the meantime.
Mhm.
All right, so you
and
run
I'm gonna
forward.
hold an action to, in case I'm gonna hit them with my quarterstaff if something comes near us.
Okay. All right, heals.
I am going to pick up a rock, and I am going to cast light, and it will be like a bright yellow sunshine light color, and I am
Alright.
going to throw it in
Where?
this direction.
Okay. Roll me either strength or athletics as you throw this rock.
Ha! Good roll.
All right. Now I don't have any rocks prepped, so I'm just going to treat it as a fire because I believe fires and light spells are similar.
Yes.
So you throw a rock, it lands in the woods, and all of a sudden you can see some of the thing is revealed, and I believe most of you can see the creature now.
And I yell, "Ha ha! Gotcha!"
Okay,
Well,
Dripper.
It's more like, "Ha ha! Gotcha!"
So when you added the fire there, it automatically dropped the vision.
I have a token, and I have built that token so that it generates light.
Oh,
And if
that
the
is
token, yeah, isn't it cool? If the token generates light, then everybody gets it, right? So a similar thing is happening with Tia. Tia is technically carrying a torch, so her token generates light.
So let's say I move way over here. You guys can see me because I'm carrying a torch, and you can see what's around me because I'm carrying a torch.
Oh wow.
But I don't get to see you guys unless I'm right next to you guys.
Or if one of us has a torch. I've got dark vision, as does Silasly. So
Yeah.
we don't have to worry about torches and light and things like that.
Yeah.
And
So-
Phil and I just decided in advance that I would always have a torch available.
And like on the actual like encounter maps, they've actually put in walls and stuff. So like it's
Cool.
Light doesn't go
Very
around walls.
clutch.
totally cool and kind of immersive, and yeah, I dig. But Dripper, it is your turn.
Okay, I'm gonna move from here, still in the shadows.
Yep. And with that
And-
stealth roll, you're probably still hidden.
And I will do a sneak attack on the bench.
Okay, yeah. Because you were hidden, roll with advantage. So you line up a shot. The arrow flies straight through the creature's head, and you see it sort of shift and scream, but it seems kind of insubstantial. You get the feeling like that attack did slightly less damage than you were expecting.
It's my bonus action. I'll put my hood up.
Okay.
Since it now knows where I am, I
Yep.
assume.
Before Okarist's turn, because she can now see the creature, her spell would trigger. So roll me your catapult, please.
Nice.
Got a +2 on Dex.
Nice damage.
Oh, come on. With a DC 13, it should be able to beat that
No.
almost 50% of the time, but no. So Okarist is sort of sitting there, holding the rock, and Okarist says,
From me to you, farther is better. Ideas have more weight than you credit.
and this rock, the small rock in her hand, as she throws it, flies through the air. It expands to 3 or 4 times its size and slams through this creature's insubstantial body, and you can see sort of wisps of the creature go sort of flying out from it. That is bludgeoning, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. All right. Looks like that type of damage did a little bit less than you were expecting, but you still really solid hit. And now it's your turn.
I'm just gonna do the same again because I'm confused at
Okay.
something.
Using your last spell slot. Yep, because you hadn't used any other ones today. Another 12 points. It's going to attempt to make a save.
Alex.
It saves. It as the second rock comes flying through the air, ready for it, the creature sort of shifts to the side. The rock sort of slams into a tree, bounces a couple steps. No damage. Did you want to move at all, Okarist?
Yeah, I'm gonna get
Trying
closer.
not to get hurt.
Oh no, you're right. I'm not. No, I'm going to stay back here where it can't reach me. I don't want to die again.
It had a bow. Just throwing it out there.
Syl, your turn.
I'm gonna move ahead now
Yep.
through the trees.
Yep. All right. As you approach this thing, you can feel the air sort of getting colder.
Brr. In the event that it approaches me, I will ready attack with my warhammer.
Okay. You prepare your warhammer. All right, and it is now the Banshee's turn. It sort of floats a little bit forward towards you guys and lets out this howl, just crazy loud. I need con saves from both Syl and Gripper. 10, 20.
Is this a magical effect?
Yes.
Just take the first roll for me.
Ouch.
Yep.
Dang.
All right.
That sucks.
Ooh, wow.
Did not
Okay.
expect that.
Oh, I can only do one of those per day. Oh, dang it. I forgot to do that. Okay. Well, whatever. This thing is a little OP anyhow. I'm going to nerf that. All right. So, Dripper, with that success, you take 14 points of psychic damage
Wow.
with his success.
Seriously?
Yep.
That's where I got my name from.
So Dripper is unconscious. Syl, with the failed save, you drop to 0 hit points. You are unconscious.
Rough.
Shitballs.
And Tia, your turn. 2 of your party members have collapsed on the ground.
All right.
Okay, I gotta get. So.
I'm going to move forward to here, and I'm going to lightning breath this thing.
Okay, excellent. It's got to make a dex save.
16 squares away.
Oh, I can just do that.
16.
What's your...
What are you looking for? Wisdom?
This is your special... This is the Dragonborn thing, right?
Yes.
Dragonborn breath weapon.
Still need 15 feet.
Maybe change it so that it's on there. Spell save is 8 plus con plus proficiency.
Well, my con's 3, and my proficiency's 3.
So 14?
Yeah.
Okay. It just barely saves. So as you breathe lightning through this creature, you see it react. It does take some damage. That was your action. You have a bonus action and movement.
I moved up here.
Okay. That's your turn?
Yep. I'm gonna play with this button just to test it.
Yeah. So we'll ignore stuff from you for a while. Not
No, that's not right.
quite there.
Alright.
It's a dex save that you should be setting up.
Oh, versus this con save.
Heals.
Okay. The
We said
hood's up
14,
on
right?
Dripper, so
Look
I'm
good.
not sure exactly where he is.
Yeah.
So I am going to head in his general direction. 5, 10,
He's not invisible.
15, 20,
He's just sort of blurry. He's difficult to hit.
30. Okay. That gets me 30.
Mhm.
I don't think I can get another 30 yet out of me to get to him.
Well, you could, but it'll take your action.
Yeah, but then I don't have an action to save him.
Yeah.
You have a bonus action though. Do you have the bonus action?
No.
No.
Not yet. Not
Alright.
quite dead yet. So
and-
from here,
Do you have your warlocky healing dice yet?
not yet.
Okay.
That's next level. So what I'll
Okay.
do from here
Yeah.
is I'm going to use my sacred flame
Yep.
on him, and then next round I should be close enough, and hopefully he hasn't died yet. 'Cause-
Sacred flame. Beautiful. Dex of +2.
Because I don't want anybody else getting hurt as well.
Fails.
Yes! It does 6 damage, but 6 damage.
All right, so you release the holy energy, and you see the creature writhing in agony. It looks like that attack is one of the few that has done its full damage.
I use radiant.
Dripper, can I have a death saving throw, please? You can just click the death saving throw on your Roll20 sheet. Mark down 1 success. Ogrist.
A gentle appearance masks ill intent. Be soothed by your peril.
All right, so the wand is, if you want to pull it from the thing, you just pull the wand of magic missile. It's basically the wand of magic missile with half the distance.
I
Um,
tried to. I think I did it wrong.
What level were you casting it at?
1?
So with your roll, that would be 5 damage per missile. That is force damage, or no, it's acid damage. So the bubbles fly towards the creature, splash against it. Looks like, given its incorporeal nature, it takes reduced damage from the attack, but you definitely hit it.
Okay.
And that's 1 charge, so you can click the little charge boxes in D&D Beyond, which is lovely. Did you want to move at all?
No.
Okay. Syl, death saving throw, please.
Action.
Ooh, mark down 1 failure, please, sir. All right. The creature reaches back to where a quiver would be. There's nothing there. As it pulls its hand forward, all of a sudden there's an arrow, and it lines up a shot. The bow doesn't seem to have a string, and this arrow arcs towards Tia. And that is... Ooh, that hits. This thing is crazy. Tia's down. Tia falls unconscious on the ground.
Okay.
And heals. Your turn.
Okay. Reviewing all 3 of my fallen comrades. I see Dripper, and he's looking a little better than Syl. And knowing that Tia just went down,
And Syl can heal others if he's up.
yeah, I am going to go
Or
to
she.
Syl, and I'm going to heal her. I am going to actually use my healer's kit.
Healer's kit will just stabilize. So Syl would not be making death saving throws anymore,
Yeah.
but would be at 0 hit points. So would not bring Syl back into the fight.
Oh, okay. Then ignore that. That's not what I did. What I did was I touched my pearl and I used my cure wounds on Syl based off of my pearl.
Right on.
I misread that. I thought that it would be okay.
Okay. All right, Syl, you have 7 hit points. You're unsure what that was, but you don't feel great. Dripper, I would like another death saving throw, please.
First
That is-
fail.
1 failure and 1 success for Dripper, right? Okay.
I'm running to you.
Alcarist. Heals. I think you still had a little bit of movement, so you could take a few more
I
steps
do,
towards
and
Dripper.
I want to use that.
Yeah.
I need 3 more.
You could step right over me. I haven't gotten up yet.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't like being that close to it, but it is what it is. And for
okay.
a bonus action, I don't think I have anything. Oh, wait! I do so. I have healing light.
Healing light?
Yes. As a
What is
bonus,
that?
I will copy and paste this.
That's what I was asking you about earlier.
So yeah, and I didn't think I had that until I thought I got that next time. So yeah, so it's 2d6 on Dripper.
1 plus your warlock level. And you can spend them individually.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so Dripper. So you can use 1d6 or both. Are you using
I'm
both
gonna
on?
use one.
Okay. All right. So
Yes!
actually, Dripper,
Very nice.
you have 6 hit points. and you are lying on the ground, and we're going to
Holy
back
fuck
things up a little
sticks.
bit because she would have had to do that on her turn. So you actually get your turn this round.
My apologies on that.
Okay, I guess I pick myself up, dust myself off. Holy crap,
Yep.
that was close.
Half your movement is gone.
And I'm going to...
You up, I got you up, I got you. Oh! Why never?
If I'm in melee range and it shoots her bow, do I get an attack of opportunity?
No, but she gets disadvantage.
Okay, I'm going to move right close to her.
Okay. And as you come closer, you see this form is definitely feminine. I don't know if I indicated that. Once we're done with this fight, I think we're calling it for the night.
Okay, yep. And I guess I will attack with my dagger.
Okay.
That will be with normal and without sneak, right?
Correct. All right. You walk up to this creature and you ram your knife home. And you've seen everybody else attacking this thing, and you've seen the attacks do next to nothing. As you slide your knife home into this creature and drag it upwards, you see this slash wound that opens up in the creature, and it looks like your attacks are doing full damage for some reason. That was your action. You have a bonus action.
I have lots of bonus actions that I would like to do, but I'm not high enough level yet, so I'm just going to say none.
Okay. All right, Okarist, it is now actually your turn.
Not this way.
Oh, sorry, I was just given awesome snacks.
6.
It looks like you're enjoying them.
Nothing. Oh, plus level.
I'm actually not entirely sure what to do at this point.
Do you have any cantrips?
Yes. Produce flame and create bonfire.
There is nothing for crit. This
Aren't those almost identical?
is
So you can
Pretty
you
close.
can you can make a ranged attack against the creature and do D8 fire.
The difference is the produce flame is a 10-10 dim bright that you can hold in your hand, and the other one is a 5 foot square for a minute that requires concentration.
Oh, that's kind of
So
cool.
it's like,
So you
boom,
can-
you're in a narrow hallway. That hallway's on fire. You got to run through it, take damage.
Don't you create a 5 foot square bonfire underneath
Bonfire.
the banshee?
paste.
Mhm.
Ooh, yes, that sounds like a lovely plan. I believe I shall. So, when passion burns low, return to your creative core. There is no wrong inspiration.
All right, Dex save. I'm enjoying your slam poet. Oh, and one of the other things you can do as a wild mage is give yourself advantage or give other creatures disadvantage, but then weird things happen on a more regular basis. Oh yeah, you don't have that yet. You get that next level. Or actually level 3 for you because you're taking Bard, right? All right, so the bonfire raises up. The creature makes its dex save. It will need to move out of that square. But it is now Sill's turn.
I touched a point of lay on hands to Tia.
Yep. Tia, you have 1 hit point.
Thank you.
And then I stand
Is that
up.
an action?
I think so.
Okay. You have half your movement left.
I can double check though.
Move
Yeah.
opposite to banshee.
Lay on hands pool. It says you have a pool of healing power that can restore blah 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 as an action. ...
Okay. So Tia, you have 1 hit point. Sil, you still have some movement left if you'd like to get closer to the creature.